हेलो एवरीवन, गुड इवनिंग, गुड मॉर्निंग, गुड इवनिंग, नमस्कार। आप सभी को दीपावली की बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। एंड आई मे बी स्पीकिंग इन बोथ हिंदी एंड इंग्लिश बिकॉज दिस टॉपिक फॉर टुडे इज अमेजिंग। बहुत अच्छी टॉपिक है एंड आई वांट पीपल अक्रॉस द वर्ल्ड टू अंडरस्टैंड अबाउट दिस टॉपिक. It's very close to us, and because of Diwali, this topic is very, very important. Diwali ke is pavan avsar par, because we are at Bhai Dooj today, and we are blessed to have again Navina ji with us. I mean, she does not need any introduction, but let me give a quick introduction about Navina ji. So, Navina Khandelwal ji is a qualified chartered accountant, and currently she is a therapist, and she is working on different healing modalities, and she is one of the expert for mindset healing, and there are a lot of other healings that she does. But today's topic is very important from the point of view of the celebrations that we are doing today. We are going through in India is Diwali, and so we chose that we should have the topic for abundance. So the topic is abundance versus abundance mindset वर्सेस स्केर्सिटी माइंडसेट, यानी मानसिकता जो है, अबंडेंस की जो मानसिकता है, या जो आई मीन नवीना जी कैन एक्सप्लेन बेटर, एंड स्केर्सिटी की जो मानसिकता है उसके बारे में हम चर्चा करेंगे फ्रॉम अ पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू ऑफ अ साइकोथेरेपिस्ट, साइकोलॉजिस्ट, और फ्रॉम अ पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू ऑफ ह्यूमन मैनकाइंड. So, first, before we start this beautiful conversation, I would like to say, ask you something. I mean, I ask myself also, when we go for a Diwali puja or when we do a puja, we ask, why do some people, or also we ask ourselves, कि ये बंदा इतना सक्सेसफुल क्यों है, बहुत आसानी से इसको सक्सेस मिल गई. यानी देर आर सम पीपल सीम टू अट्रैक्ट सक्सेस वेरी एफर्टलेसली, बहुत ही कम एफर्ट में उनको सक्सेस मिल जाती है. बट कुछ लोग जिंदगी भर चैलेंजिंग सिचुएशन में रहते हैं, जिंदगी भर स्ट्रगल करते रहते हैं, फी कॉन्स्टेंटली शॉर्ट ऑफ टाइम, मनी और लक. सो मुझे लगता है कि इसका आंसर कहीं और नहीं, हम भगवान जी के पास जाके कहते हैं कि हमें ये दे दो, वो कर दो. वी गो टू गॉड एंड आस्क फॉर लॉट ऑफ अबंडेंस इन आवर लाइफ. बट टुडे वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड इज द अबंडेंस is lies on the way we think, and today we will decode the difference. So joining me, Navina ji again. Navina ji, to you.
Thank you so much, Manish. Amazing Life platform. I feel blessed and honored to come back again on this platform and speak over this beautiful topic. And before we start, a very happy, abundant, prosperous, magical, beautiful Diwali to each one of you who are watching now or who are watching later. So yes, coming back to your question, Manish, you asked like why some people struggle and why some people don't struggle. So the point here is about, we must have heard this word called mindset. So this is the difference. Some people who are struggling, we call it in psychological terms, it's a scarcity mindset. And others who are not struggling or who are flowing are in abundance mindset. So this is the basic difference, behind it. And if I can go ahead and answer, like, what do you mean by mindset and what do you mean by abundance and scarcity mindset? So in short, I know it's a very deep topic, but in short, mindset is the reflection of our thoughts, our attitudes, everything, how we see the world, the lens in which we see the world. So a scarcity mindset person is who just sees limit in everything. Like he says, this is not possible, that is not possible. That is the mindset, that is the language of a scarcity mindset person. But an abundant mindset person, as you said, he just sees possibilities, various possibilities in everything. Even if you give a not so good situation or challenging situation, he or she will still find that what is the possibility, what best can be done. Not like, oh my God, what a problem, how do we go about it? That is the basic difference. I hope
Yeah,
I did
absolutely,
answer
Navina
to some
ji.
extent.
सबसे पहले मैं ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि अभाव यानी स्केर्सिटी
जी
जिसको हम कहते हैं, और अबेंडेंस का मतलब होता है भरपूर रहना यानी प्रचुरता, बहुत ज्यादा अगर आपके
जी
पास हो तो। इन दोनों का मानसिकता के साथ क्या रिलेशन है यानी कनेक्शन है, उसके बारे में हम जरूर चर्चा करना चाहेंगे, और किस तरह से हम बेसिकली एक
जी
शिफ्ट ला सकते हैं अ, दोनों के बीच में। पहले तो सबसे पहले मैं ये जानना चाहता हूँ, आई वांट टू नो अबाउट कि मानसिकता एक्चुअली क्या है। आपने बताया अभी, बट मैं थोड़ा और डीप डाइव करना चाहता हूँ कि एक इंसान की मानसिकता क्या होती है फ्रॉम अ पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू ऑफ साइकोथेरेपिस्ट और साइकोलॉजी, और वो मानसिकता कैसे, वो विचार कैसे वो इंसान बनाता है, और उस मानसिकता को क्या हम बदल सकते हैं कि नहीं बदल सकते। फिर हम देखेंगे, फिर हम आपसे जानेंगे कि ये दोनों जो मानसिकता है, भरपूर या प्रचुरता या अभाव की जो है, वो कैसे पनपती है और कैसे हम दूर कर सकते हैं अभाव को अबंडेंस में। चलिए सबसे पहले आप प्लीज इसमें थोड़ा लाइट दीजिए कि वो मानसिकता यानी माइंडसेट जिसके बारे में हम कहते हैं, वो एक्चुअली क्या होता है। मतलब कहते हैं कि इसका मानसिकता बहुत खराब है या बहुत अच्छा है, यानी लो मानसिकता है, मतलब बहुत जल्दी हम इस शब्द को इस्तेमाल करते हैं। बट एक्चुअली अगर देखा जाए तो मानसिकता का रियल रिफ्लेक्शन क्या है और मीनिंग क्या है, मीन्स व्हाट्स द रियल
जी
मीनिंग ऑफ माइंडसेट।
रियल मीनिंग ऑफ इट, जी जी जी। तो आप, मैं ना ये एक एग्जाम्पल के थ्रू आपको समझाना चाहूंगी, मानस कि देखो, जैसे स्केसिटी माइंडसेट लोगों कैसे बिहेव करते हैं, आपको कैसे पता चलेगा कि ये इंसान का स्केसिटी माइंडसेट है।
जी।
जैसे सपोज आप मार्केट जा रहे हो, ठीक है, और आप पाओगे कुछ लोग कि वेजिटेबल वेंडर्स है या कहीं और भी जहाँ फिक्स प्राइस शॉप्स नहीं है नॉर्मली, एंड आप जा रहे हो एंड आप बार्गेन करते हो, अरे भैया इसका इससे कम में नहीं दे सकते, ऐसे नहीं दे सकते, या इसको और आप 100 रुपए कम करो, 50 रुपया कम करो, ऐसे करके। नाउ द डिफरेंस हियर इज कि आप इवन इन योर रेगुलर शॉप ऑल्सो व्हेन यू गो, you just look for discounts. Now there's a difference. If the shopkeeper is already giving discounts, that's a separate story altogether. But जहां आप खुद चला के you're saying that no, I think if it's 2,000 rupees, I should get for at least 1,500 rupees. You're asking for a 500 rupees discount. No, there is nothing wrong in it, provided the discount is available. But if you're asking for it, you are reflecting what message you are sending to the universe. That मेरे पास इतना नहीं, I can't afford. That is the inner story, inner vibes which you are sending to the universe. ये
मैं
सब
मैं
कुछ,
यहाँ पे
yes,
इंटरजेक्ट
yes,
करना
अब
चाहूंगा
वाली,
कि ये जो आई कैनॉट
जी
अफोर्ड,
जी
मेरे पास पैसे नहीं है या मेरे से ये नहीं
जी
होगा, these are the
जी
things that we keep on telling to others, and even though we can do it, even though we are having a lot of money in a pocket, or we can do, still we say that
right.
I am not so rich, or I don't have money, I cannot do this. Why this mindset basically appears in a person at a particular time?
Yeah. Very brilliant question, and thank you so much, Manoj, for putting this. कि आज के या हमने अभी, मेरे पास अभाव नहीं है, मेरे पास काफी पैसे हैं, but still, why am I saying this language? The reason goes back into our childhood. हमने कैसे अपने, जब when we were in our growing up years, how did we see our parents, our grandparents, or how we see our society then, our neighbors or friends or uncles and aunties? That somehow set a deep belief within us. They said, no, you shouldn't spend much as we don't have much. Of course, they may have not had much and they want to balance the budget and everything. But times have changed. You have changed. You have really expanded yourself where your father was, where your parents, grandparents were. Is it right to hold that same set of beliefs? I don't think so. Of course, you learn from them how to manage your expenses, how to manage the money, but it doesn't justify you saying, even if you're having money, that I don't have money. This shows, because it is coming from your childhood, and you need to check, you need to introspect within and see from where it is coming. Is it your own set of beliefs, or is it from somewhere else? And as I said, many are times, and most of the times it's from the upbringing. Or you have the second situation is when you have seen people struggling or people, seeing hard times in their lives. Or you have seen hard time in your life that, back then, because my father didn't save much, we had to see a very pathetic life or a challenging life. So you said, in my life, when I have money, I will not spend so much as my parents. That is also a situation. That I won't spend as my father, because when my father spent so much, we had to see difficult times because he didn't manage his funds properly. So both times, the situation is such that you end up saying that no. In both the situations, you carry or you form the belief that no, I will not spend in such a way.
So
Does it make sense, Manish?
scarcity is a mindset, or it is basically
Yes,
optimism. I just wanted to
yes.
understand that scarcity or being reasonable, are they two different things? First of all, if I am safeguarding the money, or I'm not spending too much, or I'm not giving too much, not only in money, anything in relationship, I'm very much obscured about the relationship, about my any food that we are eating, we try to put into confine it to ourselves. So the point over here is, by adopting a particular philosophy in life, is there any difference between being into a scarcity mindset and being very reasonable? Because people say that I am reasonable, I'm not scarcity, I'm not a miser mindset, I am having a very optimum kind of thinking. I spend very, very, by thinking, by using my mind. But at the most, after some time, we see that it is a mindset. Actually, it is not the being reasonable. uh, So the point is, what is the line between being reasonable and being scarcity? And then what is the difference between abundance and overspending or overconfidence? We'll talk about abundance later on, but first we need to understand that thin line, because people may not understand
Right.
that it is not scarcity. If I'm not sharing my money with, I'm not overspending, or I'm not giving, if I don't have, how am I going to give others? Or these kind of, they think that they are very rational, they are very reasonable, rather than being having a scarcity or a miser mindset. Can you please reflect on that?
Sure, sure, Manish. Again, it's a very deep and insightful question, and I will try my best to answer it to the best of my ability. So, the point here is there is a difference between, as you rightly said, there's a difference between between being reasonable and having a scarcity mindset. So, there is nothing wrong to be reasonable. It is reasonable, and reasonable means what? Reasonable means that, okay, you need to do a reality check over here. That, okay, suppose I have, just for say example, I have 5,000 rupees in my wallet. Now, if I have something to do an expenditure of suppose 6,000, I won't be able to do. I will definitely plan my expenses. That is planning, that is being reasonable. But suppose if I have 10,000 rupees, or not even 10, if I say I have 50,000 rupees, and if I have to say spend 6,000, and then still I say, oh, I don't have money, how I need to save for my future, I need to take care of other things, blah, blah. I have to save for my retirement and everything. Now, can you do a reality check? Can't you spend 6,000? Which maybe you have to also see if it's really required, whether it's for your enjoyment or whether it's a necessary expense. Both ways. Even I say for enjoyment also, you need to enjoy your money also. So, for enjoyment and for things which are really absolutely a necessity for you, both for luxury, comfort, and necessity, you can spend 6,000 when you have 50,000, 30,000, 40,000 in your pocket. So, what I'm trying to say here is, if you still say after 50,000 in your pocket or 30,000 in your pocket that I can't spend 6,000, then it's a scarcity mindset.
So
Because
we
you are saying there is a lack.
Yeah. So here we are only talking about money. Let's talk about service. Let's talk about relationship.
Sure.
Let's talk about any
Yeah.
other thing that we can give to the society. Now, it is
Right.
very strange that when we do an investment plan, or when we do a planning, we don't think about the service that we have to do for the society. For example, if I earn 100 rupees, I I do a saving of, let's say, 20%, 20% saving for my, let's say, whatever it is. But do we have that mindset over there that I need to spend 5% or 10% of my earning for people who need it? We don't do it. We do only when we are supposed to do. The point is the mindset inbuilt, or it is a mindset which is basically created with the environment? Now, the point again, for example, everybody has a 24 hours. So I'm very busy. I cannot go and do a service. I cannot go to an NGO and help people, I'm very at work. I'm very busy. I have my children to take care, and so and so. I don't have time to go and meet somebody. Again, it is again a mindset how we deliver the services. This is also a scarcity or an abundance. I mean, you have so much time. How do you take out so much time and do everything? Again, that's an abundance mindset, according to me. Similarly, there are so many clothes in your wardrobe. Still, basically, you think that, how I can utilize it or do it, or, you don't have that mindset, so that there are people who may require that cloth, or buy some clothes for the people uh, who requires those clothes during winters or during summers. Again, it is a mindset. We basically are into a dark room where the scarcity mindset plugs into it. I believe that. Can you please reflect about the scarcity mindset in all the fields of our life?
Sure. And thank you so much, Manish, because yes, it's just not we think that, abundance and scarcity is related to money, but no, as you rightly pointed out, in every area of a life, as you said, whether it's doing services for people or whether it's in relationships, in everything, it matters. And how it matters, I'll share with you. See, as you said, I'll take your example only. Suppose you have, I would say, 1,000 rupees in your pocket. And see, if that can still, you can say, oh my God. And if I see a needy person, I can still buy a meal for that person if I have a heart for it. If I'm floating in abundance mindset, I'll say I can buy a 50 rupees meal for that person. That is floating in abundance mindset. Because what I will say that when I'm, buying a meal for a person, we automatically set ourselves in that frequency and vibration to attract more of money. I'll give an example here. See, we have just passed over Diwali, like today is the last day of the entire Diwali celebration. In Diwali, goddess is Lakshmi. We worship Lakshmi. And Lakshmi is said Chanchala. Chanchala, the whole Lakshmi goddess is Chanchala. Chanchala means she doesn't stay at a place. She keeps on rotating. She keeps on going from one place to other place to other. Now, if you keep on adding, how will you add more if you don't have a space? Now, I have this much space. I am adding, where do I keep it? So it won't multiply. But if I keep on giving also, and we can give only when we have an abundance mindset. So in scarcity mindset, you will say, no, I'll add more. And that you're not adding anyway. We feel that we are adding in that scarcity mindset that, oh, I need to save for future, but you are not adding there. So what I'm trying to say that even if you want to build your wealth, you need to create space. And how do you create space? By donating, by giving service to the humanity, because that is the higher energies in which you vibrate, and with higher energies you attract. Then the second point is that when people say regarding time, as you rightly mentioned, each one of us have 24 hours. Now there is a prime minister also who is blessed with 24 hours only, and we are also blessed with 24 hours. Now, how does he takes out time to do so much? Or how does an Ambani or a Tata or a Birla or anyone? I'm talking of all the top people. Why? Because even they have 24 hours. How do they take out time for doing so many things in their life? It's not, they are not doing a normal chores which we are doing. They are doing, but simultaneously they are taking out time. So there is something called time management. I'm not touching base in that because it's an area in itself. But what I'm trying to say, when we have an abundance mindset, the language we say is we have enough time. When we say we have enough time, we automatically vibrate in the frequency and attract that abundant time. In these 24 hours only, we'll take out time. When we say we have enough, we will, create it for ourselves. We will smartly, we will be blessed with the thoughts that how to smartly manage our time. That is how the universe works. So, being in abundance, a scarcity mindset, if you say, although I'm speaking of abundance, because then you will realize what a scarcity mindset person does. He or she will say, as you rightly said, Manish, that I don't have time. Now, when you keep on saying, I don't have time, energy, we all know that energy flows where thought goes. So you will be energizing more of the thought that I don't have time, I don't have time. So automatically, what you will manifest it, that you will be juggled up with so many things that finally you will manifest of not having
So
time. This is
Navinaji,
a
I just
scarcity
want to
mindset.
interject over here. What are the red
Sure,
flags of
sure.
what are the red flags if someone is caught in the scarcity loop? What is the red flag they should watch for? In fact, you said that you rightly said something, right? How do one
Yeah,
understand that one is in the scarcity loop mindset? In fact,
yeah. So the red flags, to be precise, is that first of all, what is the language you're using? And how you're thinking and how you're feeling in your body. So, three things here. What language? So, language comes again, it goes like back. So, the first thing is what you think, how you feel, the second thing, and what are the thoughts, feeling, action, and then how you act upon it. That is all the three areas you need to see how you are doing. And you automatically will understand because when you are in a scarcity mindset, as you said, as we discussed earlier, we will speak the language of, or we'll rather think, oh, I don't think so I can afford it. Oh, I don't have enough time. Oh, this is not meant for me. All the limitless thoughts we'll have. And when you have limitless loss, you start feeling also that way. You will vibrate in a lower frequency. You will be feeling anxious. You'll feel fearful. You will have all sorts of low energy vibrations and emotions. So when you start feeling this, check your thoughts. That's the first thing. And when you check your thoughts, check your emotions, simultaneously your actions would also shift because you act as per your thoughts and emotions.
so what you're saying that within the 24 hours of time, we shift between the abundance and scarcity mindset. That's what we go about. Can you please tell us about this interesting fact? Uh, can we move between the both mindset depending on situations in the 24/7 around the clock? Can we move between, like, say, for example,
Absolutely.
okay,
Yes.
you got my point. How?
Yes. Yes. Yeah, you can give an example and I'll build on it. Please go ahead with an example.
So, it's basically, I mean, abundance mindset, something like, for example, I don't have time, right? For example, I cannot do it. I don't have time. And I cannot tell you, but my question comes over here, is a person can be in both the mindset at a single day? I mean, my question is, so I'm not able to frame it. For example, फ्लिप फ्लॉप होना मतलब पॉजिटिव रहना नेगेटिव होना मतलब ये एक पार्ट ऑफ लाइफ है कि हमेशा ही अबंडेंस माइंडसेट में रहेगा या हमेशा ही स्केरसेट माइंडसेट में रहेगा
Yes. No, we cannot. I mean, we cannot. As humans,
the
we like
reason
a
why I'm
pendulum,
asking is because
Sure.
the reason is if we fall into the loop of scarcity, how we identify it, you rightly said, and how we can shift from scarcity mindset to abundance mindset for happiness in our life. That's what my question, the next question would be. That's the reason I was asking ki, is it always that we live in a scarcity mindset in our lifetime or in the day, or is you know we keep on evolving ourselves or keep on rotating between negative and positive in our life?
So I will agree with the second part that like a pendulum, we keep on oscillating between the scarcity to abundance, abundance to scarcity, for sure. Why? Because, suppose in the morning, I'll give you examples, how during the day it can happen. So it will help you to understand better. Suppose you didn't have a good sleep at night.
Okay.
You had a restless sleep and all. Now, morning, positive. for everyone, it's mostly an energized period. But suppose you didn't have good sleep or you had some bad previous day and was a carry forward. No, you're already vibrating in a low frequency. You feel irritated. You got up. You said nothing is right this morning, blah, blah. Now, suppose in that meantime, suppose a doorbell rings and a friend walks in. And one of your dear friends from the apartment, suddenly he or she said that, hey, I was passing by, I thought, why not say a good morning to you? And you started, because you were in that rut, and you started saying, oh, what is good in this morning, blah, blah. Then he cut you short. And that friend said, hey, you know what? This could happen to me. I was like this. And with that smile, slowly, because we also सॉर्ट ऑफ हम बोलते हैं ना, एक दूसरे का एनर्जीज हम लोग इम्पैक्ट करते हैं.
Hmm.
तो उस फ्रेंड के आने से, ऑल्दो आपकी एनर्जी ऐसे थी बट वो फ्रेंड की एनर्जी ऐसे थी. What happened is, with his energy and with his thing, he brought you over here, he or she, whoever that friend was. So suddenly you started feeling good. Now you don't realize what happened here. He just said good things, but suddenly, because of that energy shift, something shifted. Now, when your mood shifted, now when you take up your day, during the day, now you're feeling nice, you're charged up, and you now started doing your job, your daily chores. No, you said, no, no, I think, yes, this is going to be better. This decision will work for me. This work will work for me. See how from scarcity mindset, you shifted to abundance mindset. And, things started working. Again, afternoon went, during the evening, you heard something or something went wrong in your space, or nowadays frauds and scams are very common, and something, in your something, your money, somebody, out of fraudulent, some transaction happened, and somebody took 2,000 rupees from you in a fraudulent manner. So again you thought, oh my God, what rubbish people around, and blah blah. Again your vibration went low and you started, it's right, people are not good, people are like this, I should be careful, I am like this, I should be more, I should not do. So again that low frequency, and then you shifted to scarcity mindset without much of an awareness. So this is the cycle we go on, but what needs to be taken care of here is, but when you catch yourself in such a mindset, be aware and then bounce back. Change your thoughts. Okay, what best can be done rather than, blaming the situation, the person, the thing.
So I just want
Shift your
to,
mindset. Okay,
I
what
want to
best?
just, rephrase here. I think you're talking about
Yeah.
how someone can transform oneself from scarcity to abundance. You're
Yes.
giving the step, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
please
Absolutely. Yes.
carry on, Navinaji. Yeah.
Yes, so it was like, so as you said, see, from morning you woke up in a scarcity, in a irritated mood, because these are the emotions of a scarcity mindset. That is why I'm emphasizing on it.
Mhm.
Then you shifted to abundance, then something happened, and again you shifted, you started blaming yourself for the other person, and then again you shifted to the low emotions. And then again, suppose at night you got to reflect. So you need to reflect time and again yourself. That is the key. That okay, why? Because your body will respond for sure when you start over a period of time, you keep on thinking the same thoughts, your body responds, you start feeling low and something shifts. So the whole point is be aware.
So
When you
what you're
catch
saying
yourself in
is
such a rut, yes,
I can basically accumulate three steps over here. One is uh,
right,
being aware. Second is reframing
yes,
yourself, right? And third is
yes,
gratitude. When you
yes,
focus on what's already good, you
abs
train your brain to expect more good, right? And that's very
yes,
practical.
absolutely,
Some might say
yes.
affirmation and gratitude journal sounds to feel good. Do they really work in transformation between the scarcity and abundance mindset?
Absolutely. 100% or rather 200%, I would say. And I
Okay.
would say how it works is because, you know, what do you do through affirmations? You are saying certain things. First, you will see, or even before that, when I said that when you use a particular language, like if you keep on a self-blame mode or on the person or the situation, you say, this is not good, I am not good. What are you sending signals to yourself? is nothing is right. So the brain is programming that way. Now, if you change through the, so what are affirmations? Are a conscious steps to reframe that language and rewire the programming of your mind. There are neurotransmitters, there are wires in the brain which need to be reprogrammed, and when that is reprogrammed, it enters into subconscious mind, but it cannot be done just by saying once, because when there is so much of, I would say, accumulation of a dirt within you. And why I say dirt, because when you're saying a not so good talk, it accumulates like a dirt in your body. So in order to cleanse it, we say these affirmations. Now, when you say time and again, it has an energetic shift in your body. It's very powerful, but of course, there is one, of course, here, that you need to believe in it and you need to feel it in your body when you say that affirmation. If I say that I am feeling beautiful, I am feeling energetic, I should feel that energy. Even though right now I may feel low, but consciously, if I make an effort, they say fake it till you make it. Why it is said so? Because sometimes you need to consciously say, hey, I am feeling energetic. Even though in your mind is saying, no, you are not energetic. But you have to go beyond your mind, challenge, or rather come over it and say, no, I am feeling energetic, and feel it. Like, hey, this is the thing, just that energy, and feel it. So when you feel it, internalize it, that makes a shift. It's just not like a parrot, you need to say affirmation. That will not work for sure. So there has to be an energy, there has to be a feeling over there, and there has to be a belief over there.
So we need to end the session because the last two questions that I want to take is uh, quickly, because we have only 4 minutes time left. So the first
Sure.
is, can scarcity ever serve a positive purpose? Or the other question is, when someone begins thinking abundantly, how does it reflect in their work or relationship? Two questions. You can
Yes, I'll
you
be
can
as
start.
quick as possible.
Sure.
Scarcity, yes, what's the benefit of a scarcity mindset is that if it can help you to pause for that moment, just bring a pause that I shouldn't be overspending in the abundance mindset. Like there's a difference between spending, rational spending, and overspending. So that helps to do a pause over there. But it's not advisable to be continuously on the scarcity mindset, because then we sort of tend to self-sabotage ourselves, and go to the other extreme. The second question, Manish, can you just repeat quickly the
Second
second
question
question?
is basically thinking abundantly. How does it reflect in their work, in our work or relationship? If someone
Okay.
begins thinking
So
abundantly, yeah.
yes, so the biggest shift is because it's a conscious choice we make, because every mindset is a choice. And when we choose to become abundant, we will vibrate in that frequency. And, it will help us to attract abundance at all levels. Our frequency, our vibration would increase, enhance, and we will set up in ourselves, we will attract abundance in our life in every area, whether it's relationship, money, time, food, everything.
So the last thing is, one takeaway from today's podcast to our audience. Last final words from you.
Conscious, yes, consciously make a choice to stay in abundance mindset. That's the key. Consciously take a conscious choice, reflect on yourself, be aware of yourself, and universe has abundance, so tap into that energy and vibrate in the frequency of abundance.
So thank you,
That's it
Navina
from
ji,
now.
for those wisdom that you shared. If anybody wants to collaborate or wants to basically talk to Navina ji, please go to her Instagram profile or Facebook profile. In LinkedIn, she is available. Navina Khandelwal, you can search, and hopefully we will come with another exciting session on mindfulness. Thank you once again. Namaskar.